Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Trading Table. This is Andrew. Joined with me is Landon, and today we're going to be looking at some of the biggest movers of today, what to watch for tomorrow, and more. Looking at our heat map here for the S&P 500, it was just an absolute bloodbath today. The market definitely did not hold its ground, and it was kind of due to some economic data, some economic concerns. We had quite a bit of data come out today involving some ISM manufacturing and things of that nature. And the market definitely was not in favor of it and definitely did not react to it very well, as you can see here. NVIDIA down 6%, so that, yesterday's run of 10% almost basically canceled out. Not really, but, to a certain extent. Meta, it was up like 10% today. Now it's only up 4% after a great earnings report. Aapl really getting hit as well. Tesla down 6.55%. So, yeah, market really, as you can see, did not move nicely today. In the morning there, it was kind of looking like it was fixing to be a bullish day. But after that, we just kept having supports give out throughout the whole day until we finally finished at 540. We moved almost $10 on SPY today. So, definitely not the best day at all, right? Not really good to see. That's not what we really want to see here. But, if anything, it could just be a kind of a pullback because we did not make a new low, right? So that's a great sign. We're not, making another low. So we are still technically in an uptrend. This is a little bit deeper of a pullback than I kind of imagined. But, yeah, tomorrow, hopefully the market can correct itself. We have Aapl earnings coming out 4:30. It's currently 4:23. So when it hits 4:30, we'll go ahead and take a look at Aapl earnings. But yeah, for now, let's go ahead and take a look at Amazon because they just reported earnings and it literally just happened. So the data hasn't even hit TradingView yet. But nevertheless, I think Landon was telling me that they had a huge surprise here on Amazon of over 18%, I believe. But still, nevertheless, their stock is down to 174 from a close of 183, right? Amazon was also met with that bearishness. Aapl was one of those that also followed. I mean, the whole market basically slid due to the economic data being bad. Microsoft honestly didn't slide too much, right? Microsoft actually did not have too bad of a day. It's only down 0.3%. So Microsoft actually held its ground a lot better than, most of these stocks. So I'm actually really liking Microsoft's buy-in for some, long-term calls. I mentioned that in yesterday's video, and I'm going to mention it today again. Long-term calls for Microsoft right now is a great idea, and I know that there is big money at the 500 strike expiring November 15th, 2024. So there's investors that think that this will go up, and I'm almost positive that it will. Right, Meta. It was met with that, bearishness, that sliding that we saw in the market today as well, but nowhere near as much as, others such as NVIDIA or Aapl, especially NVIDIA. NVIDIA got hit hard, but, Meta's earnings have been keeping it pretty high. We had a really good surprise on Meta here, and it just kind of, kept going up, kept holding its ground, and didn't really leave too much room for the bears. That IWM put we mentioned in yesterday's video, absolute banger play. I mean, the amount of profit on this, unbelievable. I'm telling you guys, every time we see this IWM big investor, this big money guy come in, right, he's literally dumping $8 million into it, and it works every time. I mean, this guy is just the IWM whisperer. If you're new to trading, this is probably the best thing to trade right now. Just wait for those IWM call outs from our bot and trade those. I think this guy's either 7 for 9 or maybe 7 for 8. I'd have to double check that, but the winners definitely cancel out the losers here for this IWM play. Always a good play with IWM, always making money with IWM. China stocks are still down. KWeb actually saw the 25s today for the first time in a very, very long time, right? The last time we saw this 25 area was all the way back in April. So, same with PDD. We're, super far down right now at the 128 level. Haven't seen that since the beginning of May, maybe even, in late April. So China stock's super weak right now. You could see this as a good buy-in, or you could see this as kind of I need to stay away. I'm going to let you guys decide. Intel just reported earnings as well, and look at that, they're at 24. Intel, listen, here's my prediction for Intel. Intel is going to go ahead and they are going to recover to the upside, right? If they can break and stay above this 30 level, think I'm going to go ahead and follow in the footsteps of that big money investor and enter some calls because it's always a great play. If we go out to an hour chart here, we can see that if I put a line on the 30 level, right? Every time we hit this support, we, don't break below and we have a nice bull run afterwards. It could be very short term, but, it's always a great play with Intel whenever we're at that 30 support. And, it's even better that it's pushing lower now because now it's just going to grab more liquidity and it has a higher chance to bounce back up, right? Intel has been above like this 30 area, since June of last year. So I really doubt that earnings is going to be the reason that it kind of starts downtrending. Intel's been kind of turning around as a company. I remember seeing that they had a lot of debt. And, there is some news right now with Intel chips having an issue, but I don't think that should affect it too much. I'm sure they'll find a fix for it. So as of now, I am bullish on Intel, but jumping over to Landon now for our big money plays for today.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. So today, we did have a really good day for big money plays. Considering how well the IWM play ended up playing out, I would go ahead and take profit. Or if you guys are, still bearish, honestly, I am bearish for the near future. So you could, take some profit on some of your contracts and leave some runners, but up to you at the end of the day. And money plays we did get from the bot today pretty good. We did get one, two, three, four, five in total. First one being for ticker symbol AMZN or Amazon. And this play is a call option contract at a strike of 200, expiration of 9/20/2024, total premium account 1.3 million, and a total volume of 2K. Really solid data there. Um, this one's a little interesting because this was called out in pretty much the start of the day. Um, considering that we did have earnings come out towards the market close, um, I guess it kind of gives us more insight on how we should play this play, right? Considering that Amazon did kind of like drop quite a lot after the earnings came out, this could give us potentially a better buy-in for this play. So I actually do like this play. Maybe with a little bit more time, 9/20/2024 is the expiration for this big money play. But I think if I were to play this myself, I would definitely um, add more time, right? Um, but overall, pretty solid just because we are pretty low in terms of price for Amazon. Moving on to our next one, it's actually for the VIX, and this one's pretty much just for all the people that do trade the VIX out there. This one is a call option contract, strike of 21, expiration of 9/18/2024, total premium count of 700K, total volume of 5K. And I actually do believe the VIX will be going up. It has been pretty high at least for the last week or so, or past few weeks, right? But yesterday, something that's pretty important to know considering the VIX and how the VIX could be affected. Yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, I'm not 100% on this. Um, the Hezbollah and Hamas basically leaders were killed by Israel. And I believe one of them was, or maybe both were killed in Iran. So yeah, we could see the VIX shoot up here because the Middle East conflict looks like it's going to be expanding and getting a lot worse very soon. So this could be a pretty solid play for us just because, you know, it's a little easier to predict when, you know, we're on the brink of all out war in the Middle East. But moving on to our next one, it's for ticker symbol GDX, right? And this one is a put option contract, strike of 33, expiration of 1/17, 2025, and a total premium count of, give me a second, total premium count of 1 million and a total volume of 8K. And overall, pretty solid. We did have a pretty good day today for this just because it was called super early. Um, but not my favorite just because I am kind of bullish on gold as a whole as we continue to like kind of move forward with the whole presidential candidate race and just how the US economy is moving. Um, but I mean, I don't know. This is not my favorite, just because again, big money here is doing this for the long run. Um, I don't know if you guys are bearish, go ahead. Go for it. Not my favorite. I wouldn't recommend. Um, but moving on to our next one, it's for ticker symbol HIMS. And I believe this is maybe our third one for this ticker symbol. This one is a call option contract, strike of 19, expiration of 8/16/2024, total premium count 1.7 million, total volume of 8K. And the bot actually called this um, about an hour before close. So really good entry here, just because based off of how this stock moved today. With an expiration of 8/16, it's a little riskier just because not a whole lot of time to kind of leverage your contracts. But we do have really good buy-in here for today, and I do think more than likely, just because we moved so much downwards, we could kind of see it bounce upwards um, tomorrow or the following few days. And because we are kind of hitting pretty massive support here that we kind of hit in the later half of June. Um, but you know, pretty solid play all around. I actually would enter this one. Not too bad. But moving on to our final one, it's for ticker symbol VLO. And this one is a call option contract as well. Strike of 175, expiration of 12/20/2024, total premium count 650K, total volume of 1.02K. Not my favorite. If you want, just because we did kind of move down quite a lot. It's weird because um me personally, I'm very bullish on the energy sector. So I do think in the long run, we are gonna, continue to move upwards. But I do think the energy sector kind of follows the entire market very closely. And if you think the market's gonna continue to kind of downtrend for the next like week or two, probably not the best play. But that's why the expiration for this contract is 12/20/2024. Excuse me. Which gives you some time to kind of leverage. And, at the end of the day, this could be better entry. All up to you and how you play it. But overall, I am bullish on the energy sector. So this could be a pretty solid play. But one more thing to note, actually, is that for ticker symbol QQQ, right? We actually did have a 1350 bearish cross signal, which was triggered for QQQ, obviously. And this was kind of triggered at around 12. It's not so much about today. It's more so about how we could kind of see this stock move in the next few weeks. We could kind of see it go back down to this, what is this, 412 level, all the way back in April, like the end of April. We could see it, or we could see it. It's just, I do think we're going to downtrend with QQQ, just because, I don't know. Whenever you see kind of a solid move down with this EMA 1350, it does, tend to downtrend pretty strongly. So we'll have to watch that. On the flip side, I know we had said this about a week ago for TMF. They had an EMA 1350 bullish cross. And I mean, look how they've been moving. They've been moving really well. Today was a really good day for this TMF contracts. Pretty profitable. I am going to take profit here just because of how we've been moving. I mean, straight profit, no stress whatsoever. Um, just really good play all around. I would take profit just because we did today um, break a pretty massive resistance at that 54. I would start to cut, maybe leave some runners, up to you. But all around, really solid play there. And back to you, Andrew.
Yeah, Landon, when you have a play with no drawback, it's always a great day, right? But yeah, QQQ, the whole tech sector, if anything's telling me right now, it's that we're definitely in a downtrend and that this is just, a pullback, right? So, we're just seeing it pull back. So yesterday could be considered, a pullback, right? And the downtrend could, potentially continue further. So just watch out for that here on those big tech stocks that make up QQQ, like Nvidia and such, because that could definitely be the case. And the market could definitely downtrend for a little while until we recover. So our earnings calendar, right? We did have Apple report, and I did say earlier in the video I was going to look at it. So Apple did report, and it looks like they didn't move. Let's go ahead and go on a 1 minute here. They moved up a little bit, nothing crazy, right? For some reason, TradingView's not showing it, so we'll take a look at it on our earnings website. But looks like that they, okay, actually just hasn't come out on anything, even though it says it came out at 4:30. So not really sure what's up with that. It should be out, but judging by the price action, it looked like Apple reacted pretty neutral to it. Amazon, on the other hand, they just had a good report. I don't know why it's not on here either, which is kind of weird. Maybe, I don't know, whole market crash. All right, Wall Street got everyone. Everyone, just cut losses. Just kidding. But yeah, Amazon had a 21% EPS surprise, so super good sign. It did drop, but that could be because the stock is slightly overvalued. We had Intel obviously report. And they did not have a good day. Missed by 80% on the EPS. That is absurd. I'm definitely going to be probably entering a long-term play with Intel tomorrow. Really liking the Intel play for the long term, especially because what I said earlier about the 30 support there on Intel. But other than that, we do have Morrow reporting. I'm not sure if they reported yet. I believe that they did. This one's just not showing it either. So I guess something's just wrong with TradingView today. But yeah, Mara did report today as well. It's also not on the website, even though it says 4 p.m. Eastern time. So I don't really know what's going on. But yeah, just maybe check back around 6 to see all these earnings because the website and TradingView is lacking right now. Before open tomorrow, we got a bunch of oil companies reporting. But other than that, nothing too crazy. For all you meme stock traders, we've got AMC. We do have some economic data for tomorrow. If we go ahead and run over to our economic calendar real quick and filter for just the U.S. because I don't really care about Venezuelan economics. But so today we had jobless claims come out. Not the best claim. You don't want jobless claims to come out too high. So that's kind of this kind of started the downtrend. This wasn't the complete reason. There's a lot of other factors that went into it. But yeah, the manufacturing PMI wasn't too good. So moving into tomorrow, we've got hourly earnings, non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate. Only one that I'm really going to be watching here very closely is unemployment rate. Keep in mind, though, that these all come out at 8:30, so pre-market could get super volatile. You got 3 major events coming out, so just keep an eye on that. But that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the Trading Table. Please be sure to check out our free Discord. Link is in description for all of these plays second by second, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at market close.